Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, all things that we love, all manga that were originally published in the legendary magazine Weekly Shonen Jump.
But not every series can run for 300 chapters and have a hit anime. This is David.
This is Jordan.
We're the hosts of Shonen Flop. Each episode we look at manga that ran in Jump that didn't quite make it.
We discuss what it did wrong, what it did right, how the series could have turned itself around, and ultimately, was it a flop or not?
We're on all your favorite podcast apps, and you can find us at shonenflop.com.
Keep on flopping, floppers.
Very nice. Ooh, this is a pretty beer. Very pretty beer. All right. While we're pouring our beers, I want to welcome everybody to the Beard Al Podcast, the podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. I am still Lauren. Hey, John. You still John?
And I'm still John. I'm still John, and I'm still pouring my beer.
All right. Yeah, I am too.
Hi, M2. I'm John.
Very nice. All right, so on this episode, we are talking about an underrated song off of Weird Al's 1983 in 3D album. We're talking about Buy Me a Condo.
That depends on what you mean by underrated, because it's ranked number 150 out of 163.
Yeah, I think we may have underrated it in...
I don't think so.
Well, okay. How about not widely recognized?
Okay.
How about that?
I agree.
Okay. This is a reggae song. It's not a style parody of anybody in particular. It's just a reggae song. And for those who may not have heard it, again, if you haven't heard this song, why are you listening to this podcast? I'm not sure. But this song basically is about a Rastaman who decides to go live the early 80s American dream.
That was one of my main talking points, is that it's like basically just about his view of the American dream.
Yeah, so before we get into
Which is pretty warped. But we're
totally going to get into that, because we didn't think we'd have all that much to talk about with this song, but I think we may surprise ourselves. But before we get too deeply into it, let's talk about the beers that we've decided to pair with Buy Me a Condo. John, do you want to go first?
Sure. I have from Singlecut Beersmiths. Again, they're one of my go-to breweries, it seems. It's a pretty little number called I'm An Alligator. Right? Which is itself a reference to a lyric from David Bowie. But I'm pairing it in the I'm gonna get me that t-shirt with the alligator on.
Yeah.
Right? So, I needed to find a way to pair this beer, and I did it.
You definitely did it. I'll briefly touch upon the beer that I have today. My beer, it's actually, I love when breweries get together for a collaboration. So, this is actually a collab beer from New Image Brewing and Listerman Brewing Company called Virtual Tiki Party. It's a New England-style India Pale Ale with Michigan, Chinook, Sabro, coconut, pineapple, and Demarest sugar. And the reason I decided to pair this particular beer with Buy Me a Condo is because it's a tiki party, and I understand that tiki and the Caribbean are completely different island things, but I also feel like the people that this Rastaman may encounter in living his early 80s American dream will not understand the cultural differences between different islands.
That's fair.
Hence, Virtual Tiki Party.
And we're virtual.
We are virtual. So we're going to have a nice little tiki party here today.
There you go. I keep moving away from the mic because I'm eating pistachios, and I don't really want my chewing sounds to come up on the audio. So I'm sorry if any of my chewing noises do come through.
Oh, that's okay. You're eating pistachios. They're the one.
Yeah, they're flavored. I have chili roasted and honey roasted.
Ooh. Do you remember when they used to dye the pistachio shells like red? Like, why did that?
They did that for some sort of freshness, I think.
Really? I have truly no clue.
I remember researching it at one point, but I forgot the reasoning.
Oh, God. All right. Let's jump in to Buy Me a Condo. We could talk about the flavor profiles of our beer as the flavor develops during our conversation. I have a couple of talking points, and I know you do as well. So let's just see where this takes us today. Did you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Well, we'll go back. I'll start.
Okay.
We'll go back to what we were talking about briefly before, is that the 80s American dream, his view of it is a little bit warped. Like, when he goes to America, what he really needs: wall-to-wall carpeting, a wallet full of credit cards, and a T-shirt with the alligator on.
Yeah.
Which, what brand is that? Is that LaCoste?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's LaCoste.
This is one of my major talking points, actually.
Okay.
The T-shirt with the alligator on. Because I did some digging into this. Now, again, in the early 80s, this was like a preppy staple. It's that polo shirt with a little alligator on the breast.
Right.
The breast. But it was LaCoste. Frenchman René LaCoste was a tennis player in the 1920s. And he had a problem with how bulky the tennis playing clothing was. So he kind of stripped down, kind of worked with the polo shirt kind of deal, and developed basically the tennis shirt, right? Which we use, synonymously with polo shirt, but I digress. To differentiate himself from other people, he did have a small embroidered alligator on the shirt. It was misappropriated by some people that were watching him play tennis, and René LaCoste's nickname actually became the crocodile during his tennis career. All right? And then he retired from tennis and ultimately started the LaCoste clothing company. And when did this actually happen? So LaCoste retired from tennis in the early 30s, and he started the company La Chemise Lacoste with a partner, and it became the largest French knitwear company at the time. And the Lacoste tennis shirt made its way to the U.S. in 1952 and became, quote, the status symbol of the competent sportsman.
Huh.
And
what a weird... The competent sportsman. So if you're incompetent, you don't have a Lacoste shirt.
Right. But here's the thing. If you talk to anybody that was in that preppy, yuppie bubble in the 1980s, they remember that shirt as being IZOD.
I thought so. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, but
And here's why.
Lacoste.
Here is why. Lacoste wound up in the United States because they licensed the brand to IZOD. And IZOD at the time was seeking a more upscale product. And I'm getting literally all of this information from Smithsonian Magazine. Like, this is legit stuff, okay?
Okay.
So, IZOD got the licensing rights to the Lacoste funny little t-shirt with the alligator on.
Okay, so IZOD shirts did have the alligator.
Correct.
Okay.
But the brand became known as IZOD Lacoste.
Oh. Okay.
And this happened in the 50s. And it was kind of a flop in the 50s until rich people like Bing Crosby, JFK were being seen in these IZOD alligator shirts. And so then IZOD was a sporting brand, and preppy teenagers in the late 70s and early 80s embraced the style of this alligator shirt, and it was actually included in the 1980 book called The Official Preppy Handbook by Lisa Brinback. And it was a key ingredient in achieving that preppy look. But IZOD and Lacoste parted ways in 1993 when IZOD went more moderately priced and abandoned the crocodile, and LaCoste went further upscale. So
okay, so IZOD no longer does the alligator, but LaCoste has exclusive rights to the alligator.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Isn't that wild?
That is pretty wild. I didn't expect to go down that rabbit hole. I thought it was just going to be like a little bit of like, yeah, what brand was that? That was LaCoste, right? And like, okay. I remember Mom having a couple shirts with the alligator on.
Oh, yeah. And I think Dad did too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were preppy. Mom was
Mm-hmm.
Mom's mom is preppy.
Yeah.
Dad wears whatever.
Yes, he does.
He'll wear whatever you give him. Like,
That's what dads do, my dude.
Yeah, my guy. That's what happens. Dads just wear whatever you give them. But yeah, I thought that was incredibly interesting. I don't know why it's an alligator.
Yeah. Maybe that was his favorite animal.
Maybe Rene Lacoste. But yeah, so if you want the funny little t-shirt with the alligator on now, it's got to be Lacoste. It's not IZOD. But I'm sure you can find vintage IZOD alligator t-shirts out there on the internets.
I'm sure.
That was one of my main things that I wanted to talk about. But it's interesting in that is part of the chorus of this song. Get the funny little t-shirt with the alligator on. Like, it's not a one...
Right, yeah, that's really the main thing that I remember from the song.
Yeah, it's not a one-off line. It's not just kind of thrown out there and it's gone. It's part of the chorus of this song, which kind of speaks to, like, what this Rastaman is really aspiring to be.
And Cuisinart.
Oh, Cuisinart. Yeah. Yeah. That was...
I've got Cuisinart pots.
Do you? You have Cuisinart pots. But, like, what was the Cuisinart thing at the time? Like,
oh, my goodness.
What was the thing?
I bet you like a food processor.
It's exactly, because if you recall, in the Weird Al Behind the Music from, like 99, 2000, Weird Al calls himself a pop culture Cuisinart.
Okay.
Which means...
Where he blends everything together.
He blends everything together. So that was the high-end, like, kitchen gadget of the time. That this Rastaman is trying to live that yuppie American dream. It's wild. It's like KitchenAid now.
Yes, synonymous with KitchenAid, but KitchenAid does make more than just the stand mixer.
Tell me about it.
Right? Yeah, you just bought like all of their appliances that they've ever made.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. No, but I have another quick talking point. So we've been calling him this Rastaman.
Yeah.
And there is a line that puts an interesting image in my head. Let's see what you think. I'm gonna shave off all of my dreadlocks. Can you imagine? Can you picture Weird Al with dreadlocks? I cannot. I absolutely 100% cannot. Especially that era. Of Weird Al.
No,
no way.
Like,
and he's gonna sell all his ganja, but
throw away all me ganja.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can't. I mean, obviously, I can picture Weird Al with cornrows.
Yeah, but like dreads.
But dreads,
no thanks. That's messed up.
No, I can't. Even though his hair at the time would have the texture that could probably do it.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just can't picture Weird Al with dreads.
I'm trying to now. I think there's like a cartoon version of it in the video for I'll Sue Ya. Because it's the Rage Against the Machine guy dreads, not like Rasta dreads.
Oh yeah. They're a very different kind of dread.
We're just dissecting different kinds of dreadlocks now.
I mean, how many different kinds of dreadlocks are there? Really, just the two that I can think of.
Well, then you've got the
Rastaman.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the dirty guy.
Yeah, the dirty.
That's it.
Dirty white guy.
Yeah.
Dread. Then there's Adam Duritz.
Okay.
Which is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Weird Al never touched Counting Crows at all, I don't think.
No.
No.
Thankfully so.
Yeah.
It's been a long December, and there's reason to believe
that this year will be better than the last.
Yo, cut up a burrito. Give me some of that Spanish dancing.
No, cut up!
Pass me the bottle, Mr. Jones.
Cut up a burrito?
Yeah, dude, that's what he says, isn't it?
No, it's cut up Maria.
Oh my god. But then why is he talking about Spanish dancing?
Because Maria is a Spanish
Burrito.
dancer.
No, it's cut up a burrito.
I will forever hear that now. Thank you very much.
Dude,
just like
give it a listen.
Just like December by Collective Soul.
Oh, no don't. Yeah, no, how about, we'll go to the famous ones of like, Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza, Pass Ahead, Lice on the Highway.
Yeah, there's that. You remember you thought that Steve Winwood song was Bring Me an Iron Lung?
Dude, it is.
Bring me an iron lung. Whoa.
Well, think about the age that I was at the time and the music that I had already been, been exposed to. I brought together Mr. Frump and Steve Winwood. Talking about Steve Winwood, anytime that I've been with my father-in-law and Steve Winwood comes on the radio, he'll turn to his wife and say, "Hey, Lynn, it's Steve Winwood." So,
Really?
like, he must really love Steve Winwood. It's just, like, one of those things, like, "Hey, Lynn, Steve Winwood."
That's great.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Steve Winwood's pretty great.
Yeah.
No, Steve Winwood, God, he was in, he was like a prodigy, right? Oh God, what's that band that's I'm a man, yes I am, and I can't help but love you so. Oh God, it's like from the 60s. I can't remember. But then he was in Blind...
It's not the Traveling Wilburys. That's the only real, like, star-studded band that I ever default to.
No, it's not the Traveling Wilburys, because that was the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I just Googled. Spencer Davis Group. That's it. He was in the Spencer Davis Group. And then he was in Blind Faith with Eric Clapton. A bunch of other guys. That album, of course, had a very controversial cover.
I do not recall what it was.
A topless prepubescent girl.
Oh, that's opening up a whole can of worms. I've heard many stories of like that kind of thing being rampant.
Oh,
in the
it absolutely was. Mm-hmm. It absolutely was. Even amongst your favorite recording artist.
I know. I've heard that too, but I try not to think about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if anybody doesn't know, my favorite recording artist is David Bowie.
Bowie!
Which, dude, hey, all right, so there's like 3 things I could say about this. So, like, my daughter can recognize, there's a painting that you did.
I did.
I
did it.
Like, the Thin White Duke, but in Aladdin Sane color palette.
Yeah.
Which is great. I have it hanging up in my bedroom. Cece, my daughter, will point at it and say, "Bowie!"
I love
Which
it.
is, like, amazing. So it's like, now it's like, who's Daddy's favorite recording artist? Bowie! David Bowie! Okay, great. But the way you said Bowie, one of her favorite television shows is Bluey. And it's on Disney Junior, and it's these dogs. It's where the Janet and Rita stuff came from.
Oh, Janet and Rita. Okay.
Janet and Rita. Okay, so the theme song to it is the 4 of them are dancing, and there's music, and then the music stops, and whoever keeps dancing but while the music stops gets called out. So it goes, "Mum!" And so Cece will yell, "Mum!" at the right time. And then the music starts up again, and then the dad is called on next, and she'll say "Dad" at the right time, and then next is Bingo. She doesn't know how to say bingo, but she will say "Booey" for Bluey.
Bowie!
Yeah, it's the cutest thing ever.
Oh, that's exciting. That's so cute. That's so
But
cute.
anyway, let's talk about David Bowie a little bit. So what do you like anything about David Bowie? Do you like David Bowie?
I like David Bowie.
Okay.
Bowie. I can really jam out to it's a god awful small affair. Did a girl with
That's
the
Life on
mouse-
Mars.
Yeah, Life on Mars. I like Genie. I like oh god, there's another one from I like early
You like the
Bowie.
early stuff.
I like early
So
Bowie.
what you've already mentioned. So Life on Mars was the album right before he really truly hit it big.
I just like Life on
his
Mars.
breakout. No, I'm getting there. So Hunky Dory came out like a year before Ziggy Stardust came out, and Ziggy Stardust was his breakout.
Yeah, Ziggy played guitar.
And then once he hit it big with that, then people went back into his discography, and that's how Space Oddity became popular, and Changes.
I like Starman.
That's on the same album as Ziggy Stardust.
Okay.
So yes, that's on Ziggy Stardust. That's a good one too. So yeah, you like his early stuff.
Yeah.
Mentally, I actually compartmentalize him into decades.
That's fair.
Right. So his 60s stuff in the beginning, it's stuff that's more like Ziggy Stardust and Life on Mars. And then the mid 70s is the Philadelphia Soul album of Young Americans.
I love Young Americans.
The song or the album?
The song.
Okay.
And also
Young
Americans.
John Lennon helped. Well,
Yes.
John Lennon helped with Fame, which was on that album.
Fame. Yeah.
Right. I digress. So after Young Americans, then he went to Berlin. And did a lot of coke.
Yep. Did a lot of coke.
And so before what we would consider the Berlin trilogy, there was Station to Station, which is the birth of the Thin White Duke.
Station
to Station. That's a great 10-minute long song that sounds like it's 3 songs jam-packed together seamlessly. It's great. But then the album Low, Heroes, and Lodger are they're his Berlin trilogy where he's goes on a huge 4-year-long coke bender.
Yeah.
In Berlin, and he pairs up with Brian Eno to produce those 3 albums, and you can kind of tell that those albums are super weird in a way, but they are some of his most beloved albums.
Yeah.
Low came out around the time that he was the lead in a movie called The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yeah.
I never seen that movie, but the picture on the cover is basically of his character in that movie.
Okay.
The music on those 3 albums, he had a couple hits that were mainstream, but if you really dive into them, they are interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because
there's a lot of instrumentals, and there's a lot of it's very experimental.
Right, and to that point, Bowie was actually on. He was the musical guest on Saturday Night Live in 1980.
Oh, so around the Scary Monsters and Super Creeps era.
And he did.
What songs did he perform?
What sticks out in my mind is he did "The Man Who Sold the World," but
was he strapped up on a dolly or something?
In that suit that's one piece.
Yeah.
Now the weirdest part
move.
about that is John, what makes it seem as weird as it is he was accompanied by Klaus Nomi, German avant-garde.
Okay, so the Thin White Duke was a fascist. So I'm putting that out there around that Berlin trilogy stuff, he said a lot of fascist stuff and got into a lot of controversy with that.
I believe it.
And so, yeah.
So, I would just urge you at some point to look up Klaus Nomi, because You will get a kick out of it.
Okay.
That's all I'm...
Give me a brief synopsis for the people that don't know, that don't want to go down this rabbit hole.
Little tiny guy with a very angular haircut and a very sharp receding hairline, with a lot of makeup and an operatic voice. But he covers pop songs, but he also has some originals. If you're gonna listen to any Klaus Nomi song, I would go with Total Eclipse. Not Total Eclipse of the Heart, but Total Eclipse. Mm-hmm. And so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I have watched this so many times just because it's one of those things where if I'm feeling super overwhelmed with something, this is something that's so completely absurd that it will just take you out of it. It's because it's little tiny German guy with an operatic voice going, Total Eclipse!
I feel like I've seen this.
You probably have. I think I might have sent it to you at some point.
We've talked about this before.
But
we've talked about this.
You have to. We have gone down a David Bowie rabbit hole, but do you want to tell us why?
And I'm here for it. Here for it.
Doesn't your beer connect with this and more?
Yes, it does. It does. The I'm an Alligator is the opening line to the song Moonlight Daydream, which is on Ziggy Stardust. I don't really understand the context behind it, but it's there. So.
I'm an Alligator. Probably could be having something to do with alligator tears or something like that.
Could be.
I don't.
But to continue down the Bowie rabbit hole. Now we're in the 80s.
God, we're talking about a reggae song, bro.
Dude, I know. Now we're in the 80s. He starts off the 80s with one of his most widely regarded albums of Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, and that's where he kind of busts out of the
cocaine.
The cocaine. But then the album after that is probably one of my favorite albums of his.
Is that Big Pants?
Let's Dance.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Huge pants. I can't get on the bus because my pants are so huge. Yes.
Can we just sidebar tell people where that came from? We were at the
Okay, so there's a picture of David Bowie in this huge pantsuit thing.
We saw the pantsuit at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes,
we did. Where it's striped, it's black, and I guess the pinstripes would be silvery, glittery, but I'll just say black and white for the sake of it. And it's normal kind of at the top, but the hips and thighs kind of go out into this bulbous shape that makes it super wide.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
So it's huge pants, and we were laughing. Can't get on the bus because my pants are so huge.
I can't get on. Why do we say I can't get on the bus?
I know,
worked.
right?
It worked. So
right.
That was one of our little forays into parody lyrics, I suppose.
Right? Yeah. That's really our first parody lyric that we did ourselves.
Yeah. Huge pants.
Mm-hmm. Then there's Tonight, which is okay. The title track is a duet with Tina Turner, which is nice.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, there's really not much on that. Then we don't talk about Never Let You Down. That album's not good. Then we get into the 90s when he got married.
To Iman?
Yes, he got married to Iman. That, the Black Tie White Noise album, I don't really care for that one either. But the mid-90s Bowie, that's the one. So he has Earthling and Outside. Earthling is the one where he's in that Great Britain suit.
Oh yeah.
On the front.
Oh yeah.
And everything about that Earthling album was super industrial sounding. That was a huge change. And so after the 90s is when I don't know, I don't want to say that his music is the most accessible because there wasn't really a lot of hits that came from those 2000s and 2010s albums.
Yeah, because it's definitely.
But
it's
I think if I'm gonna listen to Bowie, this might be sacrilegious to some. I feel like I gravitate towards some of his newer stuff, but I really do like his early stuff as well. I don't know. There's something about his voice on Black Star.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know he was like dying of cancer while recording Black Star. And like everything about that album is kind of morbid.
Right.
But like there's just something about it that's like, isn't it just like Bowie to release an album and die like 2 days, die like the next day?
Yeah, that's a very Bowie thing to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because it's like going out on a high note. And I do enjoy Black Star. I think there's a good creepy vibe to it.
Have you listened to the album straight through?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. It's an experience.
It's an experience, and it's definitely an experience of a man who knows he's dying.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely his love letter to everybody.
Yeah.
That's ever listened to him.
Ever.
Like, but okay, so you listen to the album, like I remember hearing Lazarus on the radio for the first time the day the album was released. And then you hear about him dying, and it kind of changes the entire tone.
Yeah.
Of the album.
Oh, for sure.
If he died before the album was released, I feel like it would have been received a lot differently. Like, it would have been obvious that, like, oh, yeah, he was dying when he recorded this. But, like, he released it, and then he died. And it's like, people that listened to it on the release day had, like, this experience with it that's like, okay, a new Bowie album.
Yeah.
Like, and then he dies, and it changes the entire meaning.
Of course. Absolutely. It's
right?
Not to completely switch gears on you, but with...
Oh, no, we could get off Bowie here, because I have another pairing down the road where I could talk about him more.
Yeah, I know, because you love David Bowie. But it's very similar to when Charles Schulz ended the Peanuts comic strip and then died.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like some people were put here to do a certain thing. And when they're done doing that thing, that's it.
They've lost their meaning.
They just go. And David Bowie kind of released what was definitely, I know he meant that to be his swan song. Charles Schulz wrapped up Peanuts, and it was like, okay, I'm done. You know? Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things. But
do you remember, while we're on the Peanuts thing, do you remember when the Times leader stopped running the Peanuts comic strip?
Yes.
And Mom
lost it.
Threw a fit. She wrote to the Times leader so many times that they put it back.
Yeah, I'm sure she wasn't the only one.
Oh, I'm sure.
God, I hope she wasn't the only one. But I'm sure she wasn't the only one. But yeah, they got it back, and it's still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as it should be. I just recently started, because I like to watch TV shows that I don't have to think about too hard sometimes, like, as background when I'm getting, like, ready and stuff. I just recently got into Caroline in the City.
I remember that show.
She's the cartoonist. Mm-hmm. And so this is in the mid-90s. And the theme song artwork is like comic strip stuff, and Peanuts shows up. There's a frame of Peanuts, and this is when Peanuts was still, active in the paper. God, Caroline in the City was better than I thought it was, but I looked into it. It ends on a cliffhanger because it got canceled, and so I'm a little bummed that I'm going to finish this show with like no resolution whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But I will survive. Okay, let's get back to Buy Me a Condo.
Okay. We had a long enough tangent.
Yeah, we had a long enough tangent. And the one thing I wanted to make sure that I talked about was that bridge. Ain't gonna work in the field no more. Gonna be Amway distributor.
Okay.
Do you know what an Amway distributor is?
No.
Okay. Amway is short for... it's a brand name. It's a company, short for American Way. And they sell health, beauty, and home care products. But they are one of the OG multi-level marketing companies. It's a pyramid scheme. And they've actually been investigated by, like, the FTC and things like that, but they've never been found guilty of anything. But what's interesting is that, again, this is the bridge of the song. Ain't gonna work in the fields no more. Gonna be Amway distributor. Now, when he's thinking about his early 80s yuppie American dream, how is he gonna make this happen in a pyramid scheme? And it's juxtaposed against ain't gonna work in the fields no more. Gonna be Amway distributor. Now, when he's in Jamaica working in the fields, who is he working for? I don't know.
What fields?
I don't know.
Fields of what? Ganja?
Probably ganja. But then he goes to America, gonna be Amway distributor, where it's the pyramid scheme. He's still basically working hard for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild, but Amway was
pyramid schemes, that's exactly what they are.
That's exactly what they are. And they are so rampant these days, you know, what with social media and everything. And they target...
Young living.
They target women. The stay-at-home mom kind of thing, right? And kind of essentially con her into thinking, I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to be my own boss. You're in a freaking pyramid scheme.
That LuLaRoe, Scentsy, Norwex, all of it.
They're all pyramid schemes, man. Like, all of them. All of them. Any multi-level marketing thing, it's so hard. Because you could, yes, can people make money doing it? Yeah, if you're like one of the early ones and have a bunch of yabos underneath you. But if you're one of those yabos, you're not bringing anything.
Good luck, honey.
Good luck making any money, honey. But Amway was founded in 1959. Amway's been around for a long time.
Almost as long as LaCoste.
Almost as long as LaCoste. Yeah. Yeah. It's like Amway distributors are referred to as independent business owners, which is where this whole thing kind of started, I think. I think it started with Amway. And then, of course, around the same time, you had Mary Kay startup, Avon startup, Tupperware. I'll have a Tupperware party. And, like, all these multi-level marketing companies now do these parties. And I'm not going to speak too incredibly ill of it because, of course, I still, quote-unquote, sell one of these multi-level marketing things, mostly because I like the makeup, but I literally am the only one that buys it, and I buy it from myself, and I get a discount, so I'm like, all right, whatever.
That's funny.
So, that's... But I don't actively try to sell it to anybody anymore. Every once in a while, Mom's like, hey, do you have bronzer? I'm like, yeah.
That's funny.
Or, like, now no, because they stopped making the bronzer, so Mom ended up going to, like, Lancome or something. But, I mean, I do that because I just like the makeup. But there's people, like, that do this for a quote-unquote living, and I just don't understand it. I don't know. I don't
know how you can make, like, any sort of livable income off of something like that.
People do.
I don't see it.
If they get enough people to sign up underneath them, they get commission off of their commission. Hence the pyramid.
Trickle-down economics.
Trickle-down economics. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
This is America.
I don't mean to, like, derail that conversation, but I have, like, one sip left of my beer.
I have so much left of my beer.
We have hardly talked about our beers.
Let's talk about our beers.
You go first.
Okay. This beer is it's a tropical, definitely, New England style IPA. And like I said, it's a collab between New Image Brewing and Listerman Brewing Company. It was brewed and canned by Listerman Brewing Company in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ohio. And,
what's round on the end and high in the middle?
Ohio. Round on the end.
Ohio.
Hey. Round on the ends, high in the middle. It's 10%. And...
Wow.
So, like I said, it was brewed with Michigan Chinook, Sabro, coconut, pineapple, and Demerara sugar. I talked a little bit a couple episodes ago about how I had a tiki sour that was brewed with toasted coconut.
Yeah, is that the one that was 9%?
And I didn't know it.
Yeah.
This was 10%, and I knew it going into it, so I was prepared, hence why I haven't been drinking it as quickly.
Yes.
I just took a nice sip. You smell the coconut in this one. You taste it a little bit, but there's a big difference between the other one that I had, because it was toasted coconut. This is a fresh coconut. So this is very much like what you would get in a tropical cocktail beverage.
Okay.
So this is definitely a tropical New England IPA, which sounds like a bit of an oxymoron. It's tropical New England, but it's a tropical New England.
Okay, so on the topic of tropical New England,
On the tropical.
IPA, right. So like a quarter mile from my house.
Oh yes, talk about this.
Opened up a new microbrewery. It's like seriously walking distance from my house, which is both a great and terrible thing. It's called Lanahu Ales.
Lanahu?
Lanahu. Lanahu means coal in Hawaiian. And if anybody doesn't know, northeastern Pennsylvania, and really Pennsylvania in general, was really big in the coal industry.
Yeah.
And so the people that started this microbrew, I guess they've gone to Hawaii a lot, and so they wanted to incorporate Hawaii and and Pennsylvania heritage together, and so you have Lanahu. So it's like this Hawaiian themed tropical northeast like brew, and so like I've tried two of their beers so far. They've both been pretty good. I've rated them 4.25 out of 5. They were both hazy, juicy IPAs, and I see that a bunch of their offerings are like tropical in nature. Of like, some of them are rested on like mango puree and that kind of stuff. But like, yeah, both of them I've had are pretty good. I have one more crowler in my fridge to try out, and that's the Hanabutta IPA.
Hanabutta. Nice.
Yeah.
So is their specialty, because you sent their website to me, and it seems to be that they're an IPA focused brewery.
There are, out of their 10 taps, 6 of them are IPAs, and all of them are like hazy, juicy, imperial.
Double dry hopped. I saw DDH on them all.
Yes.
Sounds like Lauren
Absolutely.
Heaven.
Yeah, I'm really excited to try the third crowler that I got, but everything has been good so far.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you having a brewery so nearby.
Yeah.
That's great for you.
It's pretty great, yeah. Like, in these times, it's going to be a while before I actually go there and sit and, drink a bit. Hey, they're offering crowlers to go, so perfect. I asked them if they're doing growlers yet, and they're not doing growlers yet. I think it's probably just a throughput kind of thing, where they probably only have a certain volume that they've made, and they're still making. They're even limiting the number of crowlers you can get in one trip. So,
because
yeah,
they're brand
definitely
new.
a volume thing. Yeah. So like they have to make sure that there's some for everybody that wants to go. They can't like, oversell to one person, and like even though they're taking it to go, or whatever, you can't buy like 6 crowlers. But yeah, no, they have, like I said, 6 IPAs. There's a golden ale, a pilsner, a stout, and a hard seltzer.
Oh yeah, I saw that hard seltzer. That's such a smart thing for breweries to have these days. Because there's so many people that will go to a brewery because it's like a place to go, but they're not like beer people. But you can't not be a hard seltzer person. In what I'm saying is, if you're not a beer person, if you are a beer person, I can see how you're having a hard time wrapping your brain around this. But if you're not a beer person, there's no reason why you should dislike hard seltzer. Because odds are you're going to be the one saddling up to the bar being like, yeah, I'm going to have a vodka soda or a vodka cranberry or whatever. Just drink the freaking hard seltzer.
Yeah, they don't have a bar per se. It's really just the taps, and then there's to abide by the current laws, there is a food truck that's there, and so in order to drink there, you either have to get food from the food truck or they sell soft pretzels.
Yeah.
You have to have food at your table before you even have a drink.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah. So, yeah, to appease that law, they have the food truck and everything there. But, yeah, no, going back to the hard seltzer, like, I don't really care for seltzer, period. Like, sparkling water.
I know.
I don't know. It's, I know you like your LaCroix.
I like my LaCroix. Thank you. You know, and I am also... I'm down for the White Claw. I'm down for the Truly. I'm down for any of those hard seltzers. It's a good, like, especially when it's, like, balls hot here in Florida in the summertime.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes you just want something lighter to drink.
I'm like, when I go to, like, my friend's house to the pool or something, and we're out in the pool, I'm not drinking a beer, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm like... Get some of them Trulies out here. This is what I'm talking about. So, I'm just so happy that you have a brewery around the corner. You don't have wall-to-wall carpeting. You have wall-to-wall...
Vinyl flooring.
Vinyl flooring, which is the new American dream.
Yes, it is. Well, I guess true American dream would be hardwoods, right? But that would have been way too expensive to do my whole house in. So, we opted for the... glue down vinyl.
The wood look vinyl.
Right. Yeah, no, it looks great. I mean, I know it's vinyl, and I'm pretty sure anybody else that came in here would know that it's vinyl, but I don't care.
Who TF cares?
Right. I haven't talked about my beer. Really,
I'm sorry. Yes, talk about it.
It's good. So, I'm An Alligator by Singlecut Beersmiths. Their slogan is "Mastery knows no shortcut," which, love it.
Because they're beersmiths.
Right. It's 8% alcohol by volume, 84 IBUs, and the little blurb in the untapped details, because there's no real details on the can as far as this goes. Smooth, juicy, tropical stone fruit with a touch of our signature dank resin. Double dry hopped because the spiders demanded it. And for the people that don't understand that is that Ziggy Stardust and the spiders from Mars.
Oh, that's awesome.
Their names were Weird and Gilly.
You've got other single cuts. Single cut is good, and I like they do a lot with like the music.
They do. Almost every one of their brews is like a music themed, so it really lends itself for me to pair a lot of them to Weird Al songs.
Yeah.
Right? So I think I have 6 more of their beers paired up to future songs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I made it.
One of them I'm really excited for because I bought it in a 4-pack and I tried one and oh my goodness, it was a really good one and it pairs up all too well, but I'm not going to give up that pairing.
Okay.
You should know which one it is. I've talked about it before.
Yeah, all right. I made a candle in a single cut can that I'm actually trading somebody for some beer. So.
Huh. Which can? Which beer?
It's called Diamond Star Halo.
Diamond Star Halo. What is the
Diamond
what's the
Star
reference?
Halo. Oh yeah. Dun, dun. I think it's T-Rex Bang a Gong.
Okay. I was gonna say the way you sang that, it sounded like T-Rex.
Yeah, because I did. Because that like it's glam, man.
Right? Oh yeah, glam rock. That's
It still smells pretty good.
That's one of the big glam rock bands. What is your opinion of glam rock? Do you like glam rock?
I freaking love glam rock. I don't love all of it, but I love British glam. I love Wizard. Have you heard Wizard?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love Wizard. Because Wizard is Roy Wood, who was originally in Electric Light Orchestra, and he branched off to do Wizard with
his own thing,
with Twosies. And they have that Christmas song, I wish it could be Christmas every day. But there's so many other great songs that Wizard does. The Ballpark Incident. But yeah, anyway. My Baby Loves to Jive. Something like that. See My Baby Jive. That's the song.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Wizard. But yeah, I like a lot. Like Sweet, obviously, is on the fringes of glam. They're really good.
I wouldn't say they're on the fringes. They're
glam.
Solidly glam.
They're solidly glam. Slade.
Mott the Hoople.
Mott the Hoople. Slade. SLADE.
Yes.
Slade.
Yep.
They originally were the ones who originally did Come On Feel the Noise.
Yes.
Quiet Riot basically made their career off of covering Slade. Do you know that show on the E! Network, Botched? It's the two surgeons that fix people.
Yeah.
Terry Dubrow, his brother was in Quiet Riot.
Cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, and so I was watching Botched the other day, because sometimes they do marathons in the afternoon, and I was like, let's watch some bad boobs get made good.
Yeah.
Sure. You know?
And then they're going to be bad again in like 3 years.
Well,
because that's how.
With some people, but with other people that have like a legitimate problem, when they get them fixed, they're like, that's it, I'm done. Wonderful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. But again, this is all part of this American dream that this Rastaman was talking about. Because I guarantee that a lot of these same people with the wall-to-wall carpeting, wallet full of credit cards, condo where they never have to mow the lawn, and I'm sure at one point they wore a funny little t-shirt with the alligator on, got plastic surgery.
But did they have Cuisinarts? That's the main question.
I'm sure. You know, they've had Tupperware parties. They probably joined a health spa.
And weenie barbecues.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, because I have to very quickly say here, that's the only line in this song that Weird Al doesn't say with the affected Rasta accent.
Yeah.
Gonna have the neighbors over for a weenie barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that really suits him well, though.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. You gotta love it.
All about the weenies.
Have we exhausted this topic?
Probably.
I think so.
I don't think I have anything more to say about.
I don't either, but
about
I mean
the song or my beer, really. Like,
no, because my
the beer was pretty good. I think I rated it I rate a 4.
I gave mine
something like that.
I gave mine a 4.4 because it's got some good tropical flavors to it. Nice high.
See, I don't think I could mentally handle a finer resolution of rating. Like, how do I differentiate a 4.4 and a 4.3? I don't think I could do that. Like, I'm good with the quarters because I have a hard time. I have a hard enough time with the quarters. I would actually prefer almost halves.
As somebody who has to grade student work, I needed something more granular, because you can fall in the middle of those broader ratings for a lot of things. Like, something totally can. I can understand how you could think that, you know, like whatever, but in my mind is a 4.4 is better than a 4.25, but not quite a 4.5. Whereas, since I can't do 4.2...
Well, then what about a 4.3?
That's 4.25 now, because anything I've rated a 4.25 in the past has been rounded up to a 4.3.
Oh, so you don't really get quarters anymore. You can't do like a 4.25. It's like 4.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh.
I'm all tenths now, so it's rounded up. So a 4.3 for me now was what a 4.25 would have been before, and a 4.
Okay, so then how do you say a 4.1 or a 4.2? How do you do that?
It's something that I would have rated a 4 before, but would have been like, it's close.
I'm good with my 0.25 resolution.
But for those of you that are wondering what the hell we're talking about, I upgraded to the premium version of Untappd so I could have more granular ratings and help support the app for beer lovers. And so I get to rate things on a 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on scale. And people like John only get a 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, or the point scale. And we're just talking about how we rate that business. But yeah, I finished my 10% beer.
Oh yeah, my 8%er's been gone for a few minutes now. I was almost going to open up a second one, but I didn't really feel that it was completely worth it.
No. It wouldn't have been worth it. I had 2 ciders at the dog park earlier today.
Yeah. Probably once I'm off the phone here, I'm going to open up that Crowler.
Do it!
That Hannah Butter.
Do it!
You know what Hannah Butter translates to? It's not actually... I tried to translate it in Hawaiian. There is no translation for it in Hawaiian. But in Arabic, it means, here is a duck.
Ooh, spoilers. So, John might have that when we talk about I Want a New Duck.
I may. If I can't find something else cool.
All right. We're going to, as I say almost every time now, we're going to put a pin in this.
Absolutely. Put that pin, jam it right in there.
I'm going to shove a pin so hard into this that it's going to be like, ow.
It's going to come through the other side.
Right. I'm going to pierce it completely with this pin.
The pin. It will kill.
It will kill. It will cut.
It will cut.
All right.
I love that show. Season 6 is on Netflix. I've been watching it.
Good.
On Netflix, because it's not on TV enough.
I'm so glad that I got you into Forged in Fire. I don't feel like the sister should be the one to get the brother into watching a show about forging knives.
Here's the thing. When you first sold the show to me, if you had told me it's like Chopped but for blacksmithing, I would have been all about it. But you did not say that. You just said, these people make weapons and then they test them. And it's like, I don't know, man. But if you call it Chopped for blacksmithing, I am game.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
So for anybody that's listening that has never watched Forged in Fire but loves Chopped, watch Forged in Fire because it's like Chopped for blacksmithing.
There you go. God, we love Forged in Fire over here at the Beard Owl Podcast. And
yeah. I feel so bad when they make their historic weapon and on the kill test it bends.
I know.
It's so bad. Kill test, you're chopping up a pig carcass. It shouldn't really bend on that. Come on, man. It's a soft target. Soft target. What are you using? Soft steel? Come on. Your heat treat comes into question. And then your grain structure is bad. And then it snaps. And then,
I want you to make a knife now.
You didn't use hardenable steel. You used that mild steel. Come on, man. Jeez.
So have you watched Forged in Fire?
Suffered a catastrophic failure, and you can no longer participate in testing. So we're gonna have that's immediate grounds for leaving the forge. So please, I invite you to shake my hand, shake the judge's hands, shake your competitor's hand, and leave the forge.
Oh, John.
Oh,
on that
goodness.
note,
this is now a Forged in Fire podcast. I've talked about it so much.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, the pin has been put into this. I am still Lauren.
And I'm still John.
And this has been the Beard Owl Podcast, the podcast where we ostensibly talk about 2 of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al.
And Delaware, and Forged in Fire, and Callista Flockhart, and...
and David Bowie
and
today.
All you commenters out there. Yeah, David Bowie. Hey, all you commenters out there, if you've listened this far, tell me, what's your favorite subject between Delaware, Callista Flockhart, Forged in Fire, David Bowie? I'm probably missing something.
Beans.
George Wendt. Yeah, okay. We could cut it there.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day, people. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.